Hello, fans of all stripes and spots, and welcome to Choice of the Dragon. I can't speak English. There we go. Let us begin. Oh god, I've already fucked up. A knight charges up the slope at you. His horse pounds at the ground, carrying the heavily armored warrior, as if he were a child's doll. The knight sets his lance to attack you. How do you defend yourself, O mighty dragon? I take to the air with a quick beat of my wings. I knock the knight from his horse with a slap of my tail. I rush into his charge and tear him to pieces with my claws. A puff of fiery breath should be enough for him. Restore saved game. I'm going to be incredibly infamous. I'm already brutal, so. The knight's lance shatters against your nigh impenetrable hide as you slam into him. You yank him clean off his horse, slamming him to the ground and ripping his plated armor with your vicious claws. The fight is over before it has begun. Do you finish him off, victorious dragon? Now that the threat is ended, he is beneath my concern. I let him live to warn others of my immense power. Of course! How dare he attack me? Let him live. Begone, petty human. To attack me is to meet your doom, you growl. The knight stumbles away as quickly as he can, not even daring to pretend that he could still fight you. You know, it's going to get annoying to keep calling you great and mighty dragon. What is your name? Gortholon. Sethelus. Calamvir. All these names are terrible! Oh, please forgive me. What is your name? Urukara. Do you prefer male or female? Male? Female? Neither? Unknown/undetermined. Do not pester me with impudent questions! What is your gender? Don't pester me with impudent questions! Okay. Female. As you think about it, the knight's attack was probably inevitable. After all, you did just kidnap the princess right from her tower, although, isn't it a little sexist to always kidnap a princess? To always kidnap princesses? Maybe, but tradition demands that dragons kidnap princesses, even if that is sexist. How dare you question my actions? You know, I never thought about that before. In fact, I think I kidnapped a prince just to avoid being sexist. I'll have you know, I make a careful point of alternating between princes and princesses, but it just happened to be time for a princess. I think I kidnapped a prince. Right as you are. As I was saying, the knight's attack was probably inevitable. After all, you did just kidnap the prince from right out of his tower. As you ripped the roof off his tower, the light glistened off your... how would you like to specify the color of your hide? I wasn't sure which color to put in the description. Who the fuck? Can we just get to the smashing? Black, blue, brown, gold, green, iridescent, red, white. Iridescent. Wonderful choice. So the light glistens off your iridescent hide as you snatch the prince out of his tower. While we're on the subject, let's settle a few other details. How many limbs will you have, not counting your wings or tail? 8. Why not? Is the top of your head ridged or smooth? Ridged. I see. And your wings? Feathery, leathery, or scaly? Feathery. Very bird-like, but still can be threatening. For fuck's sake! Leathery. Kinda typical, little too cliche, but still dragon. Scaly. You're a real heckin' threatening booterflu there, my bro! You're the most threatening little booterflu! Or it could be a butterfly dragon. He's a booterflu! I need to stop. Oh, God. Feathery. As you kidnapped the prince, you beat your feathery iridescent wings and flew off into the night. He clutched tightly at your rigid scalp to avoid plummeting to his doom. Ridged, not rigid. Ugh. What do you plan on doing with the prince anyway? It's all about companionship and good conversation. I'll keep him around for a little while, 2 more nights, but then he's dinner. I know for a fact that it's a little known fact that princes taste better than most humans. It's all about the ransom payments. Those are a quick and easy way to build a hoard. It's all about them ransom payments, my bro! Distinguished baloney. Great name, my bro. Indeed, within a month, a large chest of gold comes to pay for the prince's release. What do you do then? Honor demands that I carry about the end of my bargain. I have to be infamous, though. Once I have the payment, I have no reason to delay my dinner. Crunch, lunch, delicious. I am incredibly infamous. This will be a good time to talk a little bit more about your personality. All dragons can be described in terms of I almost dropped my phone. In terms of a handful of characteristics, each in opposed pairs: brutality and finesse, cunning and honor, disdain and vigilance. Are you more notable for your brutality or your finesse? Brutality, strength and cruelty. Finesse, precision and aerial maneuverability. Brutality. Do you have more cunning or honor? Cunning, intelligence and trickery. Honor, honesty and trustworthiness. Cunning. Do you disdain threats and insults that are beneath you, or are you vigilant against any slight or transgression? Disdain, patience and scorn. Vigilance, attention and impulsiveness. Hi. Disdain. I have a puppy here with me. Don't I, little girl? She's like Jingly Bell. A jingly car. Okay, fine, I'll pet your belly. Now we're going to view some flashbacks to your days as a wormling. Oh boy. As a young hatchling, you lived with your mother in a cave high up on a mountain. Your mother had a vast hoard of treasure and a varied hunting range. Some of your siblings chose to spend much of their time reading the rare codices and scrolls your mother had collected. Other siblings spent their time hunting dangerous game and brawling with each other. Which pursuit did you prefer, reading or hunting? I'm going to choose hunting because it's going to help me in the future. Trust me, it's really going to help. You developed your muscles as you gloried in combat and kill at the end of the hunt. Your brawls with your siblings also taught you the basics of honor. Fuck. That means my cunning went down. Trust me, I'm gonna need cunning. I've played this before, yes. Oh lord, I've already been at this 8 minutes. Shit! Brutality and honor increase. As you reached maturity, you began to threaten your mother's dominance over her territory. Before you could possibly have bested her in a direct confrontation, she threw you out of her lair and drove you from the lands in which you grew up, leaving you to fend for yourself without any resources beyond your claws, wings, and teeth. Did you seek revenge on her by turning some of the humans in the land against her, or did you consider petty revenge beneath you? I sought revenge! Revenge is beneath my dignity. Bitch, she threw me out! I couldn't fight her and she threw me out! I was a fucking kid! You aren't able to truly threaten her, but you force your mother to spend her time suppressing the revolts of human villages. The dead villagers also provide her with no tribute, reducing the increase of her hoard. Perhaps something more direct would be better as revenge. Still, a real gain nonetheless. Cunning and vigilance increase. I don't think either way would have done anything for my infamy, but I really am going for infamy. You aren't able to truly... Oh, yeah. After several days of flight, you come across a tiny halfling traveling through the desert. Even from afar, your keen eyes detect the glint of gold and the sparkle of magic. This halfling has some sort of magic golden shield strapped to his tiny back. You know immediately this treasure must be yours. The halfling was far from civilization and would almost surely die soon of thirst or starvation. For the moment, he seemed to be protected by the power of the shield. Do you kill him on the spot, ignoring his magical protections? Or do you hover nearby and wait for the halfling to die, knowing that you might lose the treasure? Fuck, I'll kill him. I'm not getting it either way! That wasn't easy. The shield protected him from fire and helped him evade your attacks. Eventually you had to swallow him whole and cough up the shield. That worked. Brutality and vigilance increased. One of your older clutch mates was an overbearing brute named Zilmius. If you have a better way to pronounce that, please put it in the comment section below. Zilmius loved to torment the others, always seeking to seize what did not belong to him. Urukata, he said with a menacing grin, give me that golden shield or I will beat you within an inch of your life. I gave him the shield to avoid a fight. I dueled him for the shield. I evaded him and hid the shield. It doesn't matter what I choose, I'm gonna lose the fucking shield! Even with my brutality as high as it is, Fuck! That was the wrong one! Disdain increases. Zilmius took your shield and beat you with it hard, then crushed the shield in his jaws, wasting the magical energies imbued within, and spat it out at your feet. He laughed with a great roar as he flew away. He's a douchebag! My brother is a douchebag. This sums up real life too. I used to have an older brother who's a total douchebag. It was awful. I got him thrown in prison. He deserved it too. I think he's still in prison today. But yeah, he scarred me for life. So let's move on. You spent several weeks winging your way across the land. Life as a traveling dragon has much to recommend it. The freedom of the air, the thrill of the hunt, and plentiful sightseeing opportunities. On one particular night, sleeping peacefully under the stars, you awake to find yourself under attack. A gigantic elder dragon towers before you, whipping you hard with its tail. It must be at least 4 times your size. Whelp! How dare you sleep on my lands? Apologize, act tough, plead ignorance, fight back, play nice, fight back. The elder dragon treats you with enviable disdain. It soundly beats you out of its territory. Find your own lair, it chortles. Despite the advantages, it seems that homelessness has some rather severe downsides. After all, you have nowhere to store your treasure hoard. A few days later, as you fly along, you see a large hill rising up from the land around it. Forests cover the lower slopes of the hill, giving way to grassy fields and then a rocky crag at the top of the hill. A large cave mouth opens into the promontory. I probably pronounced that awfully. English is my first language, I just don't speak it well, okay? While you would have to check it out more carefully to be certain, you believe that the hill contains a fairly extensive cave complex. Plenty of game runs through the forest, with herds of sheep and even cattle in some of the valleys a short flight away. Looking beyond the immediate environs, several human villages and towns are well within a day's flight, offering the promise of easy pillaging to come. But none are close enough to make harassment and annoyance likely. In short, it appears to be a perfect lair. As you fly down to claim your new lair, you spot a large group of small, mostly bald, orange-skinned humanoids outside the cave. They look up and point at you in terror and alarm. Some of them flee into the cave, while others bravely shake crude, ineffectual spears at you. Don't eat me, jabbers one of the goblins. Eat grubs! He's got meat on him! The goblin who spoke pushes forward one of the other goblins with the butt of a spear. The other goblin, presumably Grubsh, drops his spear and shakes in front of you. How cute. What do? Scare them off? Slaughter them all. That should have raised my infamy at least a little bit. You pounce on them as they flee into the cave. You totally devastate them. By the time they realize they have no prayer of victory, only 2 of the attackers are left alive. They flee, and you enjoy a leisurely afternoon hunt. Roast goblin makes a pleasant change from your diet of mutton. You return to your new lair, confident that you have taught them a lesson. Well, perhaps not them personally, but certainly other goblins. Brutality and vigilance increase. Why do I have so many notifications? The cave complex within the hill is everything you hoped for. It's defensible, spacious enough for a good hoard, and full of those greasy little goblins who quickly acknowledge you as their eternal sovereign and overlord. Oh, good! They give you the best of their treasure and the finest of their foods. Well, almost the finest. They burn the very best of their foods on a crude altar to their primitive goblin god. How do you react to that? It is good for them to serve their god as best they can. As long as they're loyal to me, I don't care if they worship a unicorn covered in polka dots. They should focus all of their attention on me, not some stupid god. Give me my infamy. This isn't doing anything for my infamy. How dare they offer sacrifices to a god? Those pieces of meat are rightfully yours. You smash the altar, taking time to scrape your claws directly through the image of the goblin god. The goblin shaman rushes towards you. You go too far, lizard. The goblin will punish. That's as far as he gets before you eat him. Problem solved. Some of the goblins begin offering rudimentary prayers to you. Oh, yay! Still nothing for my fucking infamy! My vigilance is going up. Trust me, that's a bad thing for further events. Spoilers. The goblins obey your every command, sometimes even anticipating your desires. They may be stupid, crude, and savage minions, but at least they're your stupid, crude, and savage minions. Life is good. They're stupid, crude, and savage, but they're my stupid, crude savages. A few days later, you hear the sound of squabbling from one of the other chambers. You poke your snout in and see that a rudimentary pit has been arranged, and some of the lowest status goblins are being made to battle for the amusement of the chieftain. Now you're a lieutenant. The fighting is savage, and it's clear that the losers will die. They do not have my permission to waste their lives. This must stop! It is well that they should fight for my amusement. Bring me some refreshments. What the goblins do is beneath my notice, as long as they are ready to serve me. They do not have my permission to waste their lives. You rush into the chamber and turn on your lieutenant. How dare you fritter away the lives of my minions for your entertainment? The former chieftain cowers. I'm sorry, great and mighty dragon. We meant no offense, but our tradition demands that young goblins see bloodshed to learn bravery. You smile cruelly. You want them to see bloodshed. You finish chewing up the former goblin chieftain. He's a little gristly, but nicely marbled. The former underchief, your new lieutenant, begs for his life and assures you the goblins will henceforth only ever fight when you will it. You do not know if he will be a more acceptable lieutenant than his predecessor, but you decide that he will have a chance to prove himself. Vigilance increases, brutality decreases. Oh, fuck. You look down from your lair at the lands beyond your mountain. Those green lands are full of humans, and humans have large reserves of livestock and rich treasure. Shouldn't that food and wealth be yours instead? It certainly should. And now, you mean it isn't already? Nothing enlivens a lair like cringing humans carrying tribute. How true, how true. Let's be clear about one thing. Why you plan on conquering the humans. It's most important to you. I need to ensure a steady supply of prey. I need an easy supply of princes and princesses to kidnap. I'm a stickler for tradition. I need heaping great piles of gold and loot to adorn my lair. I want to make humans into my terrified subjects. Goblins are nice, but it's your right to have a better cut of minions. Cringing human slaves really brighten up the old lair. You push off from your rocky spire and glide outwards on the wind. You smell the faint scent of human cooking fires. Where to start? We'd better start small and work our way up. Smallest, of course. Conquer a nearby village. Start. Why the nearest village? It's better to start small. See if they have any defenses. Good thinking. You soar above the local village. From here, you can see fields of crops, shepherds with their flocks, a few wagons filled with vegetables. It's fairly small, though. In the center of the village, you can see a hanging banner, displaying delivery of the queen. What do you do in the village? Set the town afire and suffer no one to live. You make several passes, lighting the buildings on fire. As the people pour out of their homes, you touch down periodically to eat a few and mangle a few more. And then you lift off again to catch a few people who thought they could escape. Finally, the only people left alive are a handful of farmers, cowering in a golden wheat field. You fly past, allowing them to think they've evaded you, and then with a single puff, you light the whole field afire, burning them alive. Brutality and infamy increase. Your attack on the village was savage. Why did you destroy it anyway? I needed to set an example. It's fun. That's what I always say. Burning the village and killing everyone. It's just so good. Clean fun. Oh wait, I never say that. Anyway. There's nothing left of the village. I guess the rest of your plan for dominance will need to unfold somewhere else. What's next? Send one of my goblins. One of your goblin slaves cower before you. Yes, oh great mighty master, she squeaks. I want a kingdom. You growl as you roll on a pile of treasure. Go down that mountain and inform the humans that I will be their new monarch. The goblin looks horrified as far as that sort of thing goes. It's always so hard to tell with goblins. They're so ugly. But master, they'll kill me immediately. You snort, sending flames into the air. Just tell them that if I do, my vengeance will be horrible to behold. Will it? She looks so almost hopeful. That's adorable. Yes, but you'll still be dead, so don't fear me. She heads off down the mountain that afternoon. You don't hear from her again. What do you do next? Find out what happened to her. Anything that filthy is easy to track by smell. In the dead of night, you creep down the mountain and follow her trail. Leads to the nearest inhabited hut. Several peasants sit outside with a fire. Your hearing is so good that they're easy to make out. Vigilance increases slightly. I still can't believe it. Just the damnedest thing. A stupid little goblin jumped out at me from nowhere and started babbling something in that tongue of theirs. I could barely get my knife in time before the thing stabbed me. You got lucky, the other man says. Them things are dangerous. I hear they're spies for that dragon. Dragon? The first man snorts. I'm not even sure it exists. If it does, and they're spies, good thing we killed it. What do? Sneak away quietly. Kill them both. Is that so? Your voice rumbles out and both men jump to their feet. You slowly reveal yourself, letting the firelight play across your shining scales and magnificent wings. You rear up in front of them. No one destroys anything of mine! The men panic and begin to run, consumed with fear. What do you do? Let them both go. Kill one and keep another alive to use as a spy. Kill them both. You let them get just far enough away that they think they may escape. And then you belch fire on them. They stumble into the night, on fire with arms pinwheeling, perhaps making another 15 steps before dropping down dead. That should teach them brutality and vigilance and courtesy. What's next? I'm gold. Interesting choice. I start with Mountain Pass. Control trade, and I control kingdom. An insightful analysis. Cunning increases. There's one main pass through the mountains that all merchants use, mostly because it has a good road. The Human Queen has her own tool booth there. You can see a line of wagons making their way through the pass even now. How do you want to handle this? Eat the Coal Keeper. Swoop down, take the train of wagons for myself. You swoop down in front of the wagon train. One overzealous caravan guard fires a bow at you. You eat her for her trouble. Almost all of the merchants and guards surrender immediately, although a few near the back scurry away. You pick through the wagon train, looting it thoroughly. Some wagons have low-value trade goods that you simply fling over a precipice to their destruction. Several are loaded with salted meats that make a nice snack, and a few others represent the jackpot, gold and silver work. Those wagons you carry back to your lair. By the end of the process, you've taken or destroyed everything of value in the wagon train. What do you do with the merchants and guards, by the way? Let them all go. Eat them all. You slaughter them all. They scream in terror and mount a feeble effort to fight back, but a bunch of merchants and hired guards are no match for a dragon. One of the guards tries to make his way down the almost vertical cliff face to escape. Clever thought, but for naught. He's nicely tenderized. You get around to scraping off the base of the mountain. All in all, a delightful bit of carnage. You wait in the mountain pass for the next caravan to come. Reports of the destruction. That caravan traveled quickly. Trade through the pass dries up completely. It was fun while it lasted anyway. Time to move on. What's the next step in your dominance? Kill the queen. It doesn't take long before you are circling over their puny city. It would burn beautifully and you could smash it to flinders. But it's full of wealth. You can smell their treasure from here. You settle heavily into the main plaza in front of the palace. As you land, your tail idly destroys the ancient statue of some dead king. Send out your queen! You roar. People flee from the sound of your voice. I demand to talk to her. Send her out or I'll rip apart the castle piece by piece, then I'll eat her once I'm done. Now! Someone screams. You see worried courtiers staring at you from around the door to the palace, then hastily ducking back inside. From behind, you hear the sound of a horse. You smell weapon metal oil. Avant, foul beast! He challenges. challenges he. I am Rodegard, Knight of... Are you going to put up with that? I most certainly am not. I'm going to eat him. You knock him down before he completes his little speech. The Clawswipe knocks him sideways off his horse and sends the mount fleeing in blind terror. The knight rolls away awkwardly and tries to get to his feet. As he does, he looks up to see you dangling the remains of the plaza statue over his head. Duck, you suggest, and he does. Then your head snaps down and catches him in your jaw. He struggles, half in and half out of your mouth, as you decide whether to eat him. Devour him. Let his blood and nature organs be the marker of the castle of how vicious I am. Let people look on it for generations and remember what I can do. You bite down hard, swallow, and smile terribly. Mustering whatever dignity she can, the human queen steps outside the doors to her palace. You can smell her fear and her courtiers beg her not to. But she emerges to meet you with what passes for human courage. You smile, a terrible sight. Beast, she asks in a remarkably steady voice. I am Queen Juliet. We have not offended you. What is it you want with us? What do you do? Eat the queen. Your head snaps forward and the queen is gone in one bloody gulp. I am your new ruler, you roar to all who can hear. Bring treasure to the base of my mountain, every piece of gold you possess. If you do not, I will return and level your entire city. You place your mouth up to the door of the palace and give a quick breath of fire. Enough to get their attention, but not enough to burn down the place. Pity. You then shatter a few homes for good measure. You round up the ex-queen advisors. You kill a few to motivate the rest and force their survivors to abase themselves before you. As your new slaves cower before you, one of the former queen's advisors shouts out to the terrified populace, "Behold, our new master, Urukata! To defy this dragon is death." Good. They understand the way things work now. They are terrified of you, and you can expect their tribute. Brutality and infamy increase. You rule over your territory for several uneventful years before your goblin minions begin to report some disturbing news. They have seen another dragon raiding within your territory, seizing tribute that ought to be yours and eating your prey based on their description. You realize that the dragon is none other than your elder crutchmate, Zilmius. He was always an overbearing brute, seeking to see if it did not belong to him. You may recall what he did to your golden shield. What do you do about Zilmius' incursion into your domain? This is intolerable. Zilmius must be destroyed. How dare he enter your territory? His effrontery leaves you no choice. Vigilance increases. Your rapid response also prevents him from taking some of your tribute. Wealth increases. As your elder crutchmate, Zilmius is a foe worthy of respect. How do you plan to beat him? I suppose I'm strong enough to kill him. Wait for him to come to me. Head in his general direction and beat him to the ground like the cur he is. You battle Zilmius on even terms, without any tactical advantage. The fight is intense and deadly serious, and you find that he is a formidable foe. Zilmius is powerful, but he is no match for you. Your muscles are stronger than his, your teeth and claws are sharper, and perhaps, most importantly, Your killer instinct and drive to crush all who oppose you is more intense. His claws scrape your scales several times, but he never inflicts a serious wound. Your blows, however, rend his hide and crush his limbs. Brutality and honor increase. You have defeated Zilmius. He is still alive, but you have defeated him, and he will be unable to offer serious resistance. What do you do with him now? Like a cat playing with a mouse. I will make Zilmius suffer before he dies. He dared to enter my territory. Now he will suffer. You chase Zilmius all over your territory. Whenever he thinks he might have gotten away, you pounce again, inflicting another small wound. He suffers from the increasing number of injuries until he can't even fly or run away. You spend a while slowly working him over until you're tired of him, and finally leave him to bleed to death. You truly are a dread and horrible beast. I don't know how you can live with what you've done. And you never will. Brutality and infamy increase greatly. Honor declines, and vigilance increases. I don't care. There's a traveling party of adventurers in town. Oh boy, I wonder how they taste. The people are already calling them heroes, telling tales of their past deeds. Do-gooders like these can be very dangerous. What do you want to do? Challenge them to a duel? Perhaps kidnap a princess. Let's be honest, are you kidnapping a princess for tactical reasons, or are you kidnapping a princess because you like kidnapping princesses? You lowly cur. How dare you question my actions? It's purely strategic. You say so. Anyway, kidnapping princesses is your specialty. It helps that her bower is in the highest of the castle. It's trivially accessible by air. You rip off the roof, snatch the princess, just fly away, chortling. Bound securely in your domain, the princess offers you vast riches to set you free. Do you accept her offer? No. That would undermine your plan, wouldn't it? I'm going to kill you, the princess. Party of heroes looks crestfallen as you swallow the princess in one gulp. They have failed their quest. They turn to beat a hasty retreat. Kill them all. The party is disorganized and morale is low. You make short work of them and their belongings as loot. They are never heard from again. You are lounging on your treasure hoard when you hear the sound of booted feet coming bravely towards your chamber. The gate is that of a goblin. But what goblin wears boots? The creature who enters is walking bravely forward, clearly scared of you, but secure in the notion that he's doing the right thing. He's armed with a small sword, a long knife really, and wears a crude helmet that clearly used to be captured. He begins to speak. Like all goblins, his voice is nasal, but he puffs out his chest and begins in important sounding tones. He wants to go fight. Isn't that cute? Eat him. Good move. Experience has shown clearly that heroes are nothing but trouble. He's got a little more meat on him than your average goblin, which makes his cries for mercy all the more delicious. Oh look, the world knows my name. As the sun climbs high, you bask yourself on the rock near your lair. A group of humans slowly make their way up the slope towards you this day. The humans wear armor and carry weapons, but their weapons are sheathed and they approach respectfully. These are humans you know. As they enter the clearing area of stone that surrounds your lair, the humans kneel before you, recognizing your glory. O liege, begins their leader, accept our praise and hear our petition. You incline your head slightly, acknowledging her and indicating that she may proceed. As your magnificence is surely aware, almighty dragon, we are among the knights and lords that hold lands under your magnificent rule. We bring tribute each year, and now we come. It's not worth reading. They are taking our animals and chattels and destroying the value of our lands. You must aid us. The low bastard. I'm going to kill them all. A blast of flame incinerates half of them, and then you fall on the survivors with tooth and claw, or the knights has the temerity to try to draw her sword, but you dispatch her with the whatever matter they wished you to handle could not possibly be as important as enforcing their prerogatives. Vigilance and infamy increase. Without your aid, the humans in your territory get the worst of it. More than the neighbors. This is little importance for you, and you avoid the risks implicit in battle. It does mean that the tribute this year is low, and you missed an opportunity to loot the humans' enemies. What a pity. While you are flying across your territory, you spot a new shrine your people have erected. You fly down and find that a goat has been tied to the shrine. You there! To whom is this shrine dedicated? The woman looks over her shoulder at you, her eyes wide in surprise, and she quickly turns, throwing herself prone before you. How adorable. What a cute little pet. She speaks without lifting her head. Oh, mighty dragon, this shrine is dedicated to you. Please accept my praise and offering. I know it's not much, but it's the best I could afford. They should worship me. I encourage it. It is well that you recognize my divine glory. Accept my blessing, and go forth knowing that a dragon guides your actions. On numerous similar occasions, you do everything you can to encourage the new religion. Soon, you are venerated throughout your territory as widely as any of the major gods. We can reaping tangible rewards. The artistry is not perfect. The little statue they carry of it. It's cute. Master, great dragon that breathes the fire that burns in our hearts, hear our prayer. Bless this statue. Bless the statue, I suppose. Blessing. Keep them cowered at my feet. Your followers continue making offerings and praying to you. It's a wonderful setup, all things considered. Let's be honest, though. Don't be silly, it's just a means of control. Kind of in well-fit praise. The gods may not be pleased by your impiety, but they do not deign to take action against you. The next 5 years will leave you counting your hoard. You're trying to fight a mate, I suppose. Very well. I don't care. Use a network to spy. A network of spies to seek them out. More than that. Green dragon. It's a long spiked tail and kite-shaped plates on its back. It terrorizes the country with its fiery breath. To the west, there's a subtle, elegant black serpent. They say that it takes the form of a human to whisper with kings. To the south, an enormous scaly sea monster. To the east, a 5-clawed luck dragon with flowing whiskers. To the east. Excellent. Now, you'll need to do something to impress it. Spread rumors of my impending arrival. The whole kingdom is talking about you. They whisper of your terrifying deeds and your lair filled with unimaginable treasures. Most impressive, it says. It invites you to join in its lair. Accept the invitation. Congratulations, you have found a mate. What will you do now? Invited to live in my lair. It graciously accepts. Your kingdom now has 2 tyrannical dragons ruling over it. You will make a fine pair. You spend many joyful years together before it settles down for a long hibernation. You will have to be all the more vigilant. Oh, joy. Joy, more messages. Messages from people. I hate people. You sleep on your hoard of treasure, hunt for prey, and occasionally sack a small town for variety. All in all, it's wonderful. Fiend's voice. Sounds like slugs. Almighty Urukara, it gurgles. The wizard Kallax sends his regards. You have been marked for death, and I, or one of my kin, will be your executioner. Constant interruptions. Kill it. It isn't as easy as you expected. It tastes revolting, but it isn't hurt by your breath. It's fast, and isn't entirely real. Chewing it is like trying to bite through a ghost. Its claws hurt, though. The creature leaves rents in your scales and actually manages to break your skin before you slap it into the wall with a tail. It disappears into greasy vapor. Magic. One more reason I hate wizards. Wizard Kallax, eh? How do you feel about the attack? This is going to become tedious that they tasted awful. Probably worth looking into if for no other reason, and that it'll be hard to sleep uninterrupted. What's your next step? Need to find Kallax. Demand to see him. Worm! Fetch me Kallax! You prepare yourself for battle. If Kallax is brave enough to accost you, now you won't be taken by surprise. It is an honor to meet you, Urukara. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit? How many dragons have you slain in your life? None. Killing dragons is a dangerous line of work. I have my hands full with human enemies, thank you very much. Maybe. That's not what your conjured beast told me as it tried to kill me. Conjured beast? Your Majesty, I don't do conjurations. I specialize in transmutations. I can change an housefly into an ogre, or an apple into a pear. But I can't conjure fiends to set against my enemies. Why do you believe I did this? Are you not listening? Your creature told me before I kill it. Urukara, I do apologize. I think an old enemy is trying to kill you, or to use you as a murder weapon to assassinate me. She calls herself Magister Vermius. The little rat. Dragonbone staff. She lives in the mountains far in the south. Eat it. The thing needs to shut up. It's too loud. Vermius said you couldn't hurt me. Vermius lied. So, she wants to face me to Peak Crooked Mountain, so that she can ambush and kill me. Not a chance, too dangerous. Attack her tower. What's more, if a summoner has set an ambush for you, she's probably still at her tower, and only sending demons would like to ambush you. How do you plan to? I have the muscle to start my way at the bottom and work to the top. Things that are not to be. She was more nimble than she expected. After a long battle, you bite her dragonlord staff in two and eviscerate Vermius. Your wounds are grievous, but you have triumphed. It takes you months to recover. On the upside, though, you are able to loot her tower fully. You get quite a nice haul once you feel up to flying again. Many years have passed since you seized control of this kingdom. It's become harder and harder to resist your kind's urge to hibernate. We hibernate for 10 years at least, perhaps longer. Some older dragons hibernate for generations. Oh. No one would dare try to steal from me. You're right. You're the sort of dragon whom parents use to scare their children into eating their broccoli. Even as time passes, your legend remains strong. Growing stories are retold and embellished. And who would want to bring your wrath down on their whole kingdom by stealing even a trinket? As hibernation overtakes you, you begin to think back on your accomplishments. And dream what lies ahead. Glory, treasure, loss, revenge, victory. Soon you will spread your mighty wings, and the shadow of your majesty will block out the sun itself. Finest baubles will line the walls of your palaces. The greatest heroes will fall before your razor-sharp teeth. Soon the whole world will whisper your name in fear and reverence. But for now, you rest and wait. I'm history's greatest monster. Oh no, permanently wounded. How awful. I suppose that's going to have to be the end today. I might never see you again. She doesn't let me out much. It's a miracle I got out today. Oh well. I'll try to come back and shed a little more blood. See you next time.